What's up, YouTube family and Browns fans everywhere? This is Cleveland Football, and I'm your host, Terrence Hudson. All right. What can I say? 2 straight losses, 2 straight L's, and it's 2 words that I can think of right now to sum this up. And that's immaturity and impatience. 2 I's, immaturity and impatience. And I'll tell you why I chose those 2 words. Go to San Francisco. Oh yeah, and I apologize. Almost forgot. I didn't get to the recap of the San Francisco game. I ended up with food poisoning after that Monday night. And it's not fun. It's not fun. Whew. You don't want that. So note to self, don't let pizza sit out too long. Alright? Leave it out too long, you gotta throw it out and try to put it in the refrigerator and go back to eat it the next day. Alright? So that had me down and I couldn't do nothing. But yeah, I'll touch on it a little bit, but man, like you go to San Francisco, you just get smacked. Alright. Turning the ball over. Errors, misassignments, misplays, just bad. Just don't show up. Then you come back to Seattle. You look great. You up, 20-6? Like, you looking real good. You driving down. You throw an interception in the red zone. They go down and score. It's like, I don't know. Defense, I think, played well enough, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. It's hard to overcome 4 turnovers. 3 interceptions and a fumble. It's hard to overcome that. And I mean, I'm looking at the offense right now. Look at the offensive stat line. Baker Mayfield, 22, 37, 249 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 picks. Chubb, 20 carries, 122 yards, 6 yards a carry, 2 TDs. OBJ, 6 for 101. Here's our problem. All right. Here's our problem. We are a running team. We're a running team running around masquerading as a passing team. That's the problem. We need to be who we are. All right? Be you. Be you. Don't try to be nobody else. But the problem is, we impatient. We immature. We want it right now. We want the highlight. We want the spectacle. We want the titillation. We want all that. Instead of just being who we are. I say, looking at the team we just played, take a page from their playbook. They a running team. They know who they are. With an MVP candidate at quarterback. But they stick to what they do, mostly because they know their personnel, especially up front. They guys, like our guys, is a lot better at pushing people forward than dropping back and pass blocking. What are we doing? Chubb is averaging 5 and 6 yards a carry for 2 years now. But yet we give him 20. Oh, he can get 18 carries, 20 carries. Oh, and he's busting and busting up. Running. And if he need a break, put Hilliard in. He can run. Those plays will come. But when you drop back and you just throwing, let's try this, let's try that. That's not us. And for one, it's not us because we can't consistently block up front for that to be us. That's one thing. But even more so than that, why it's not us, is because we haven't put in the time and put in the work to have a timing passing game. Right? A passing game that's on rhythm and chemistry and timing, and it's evident. Because passes over here, passes over there behind the guy. Oh, I thought you was going out when you was going in. Miscommunication. They haven't built that. That goes back to April and May and June, the summertime. When guys just getting together and in the playbook and together and like, oh, okay, I just feel him. I know what he about to do. Boom, before he even turn around, the ball's already out and it's right there. It's on him. We haven't done that. We haven't put in that work. So when you talk about being a great passing team, or you're talking about having that consistency like that, you have to put in the work. There's no way around it. And you can't just show up in August and think it's just all go come together and it's gonna be that. It's not, and it's evident. We see it. Baker Mayfield, 11 interceptions, 5 touchdowns to 11 interceptions this year. 2 weeks in a row, interceptions in the red zone. 14-point swings. That kills you. And I know he's young. I know Baker Mayfield is young, but at some point, you're going to have to grow up. You have to decide that, okay, what do I want to be? If this is what I want to be, this is the work that we're going to have to put in. Like, it's evident. So until then, until we've built that, which it actually takes years to build, if you look at some of the teams who are on point like that, with a timing passing game, with chemistry between the receivers and the quarterbacks and the running backs, it takes years actually. You look at New England, you look at New Orleans, you look at Rodgers up in Green Bay, and I know they Hall of Famers. I know that's graduate level, doctoral level quarterback. I get that. But you got something to look at. You have a blueprint in front of you. You just can't show up in August and thinking, oh, let's go, because you see it. You see it. Guys, Hilliard should have caught the interception at the end. It was a little bit behind him. You would expect him to catch that, but it's not right there. You know? That's the problem. That's the problem. We want it all right now. That's impatience. That's immaturity, and we have to grow up. We got to grow up at head coach. Got a head coach who not a lot of experience even as a coordinator. And it's different when you talking about you the coordinator and you the head coach. You learning on the fly. That's why I'm giving him a pass. I give first year head coaches a pass more times than not. And if anything I do judge them on or look at them on is, okay, is your team playing hard for you? You know? Yeah, I believe we playing hard for him. That's why I give you a pass. Is your team going out? Are they playing for you? You know? Have you had time to put your imprint on the team? Whether it's coming to roster, philosophy, players that you want, type of program you want to run. Have you had time to do those things? I look at all that. So I give a little leeway to first year head coaches. But how many times are we gonna have to go through this season as to say, like, okay, let's run the football? That'll open up the play action. And that's where you'll find those big plays. You'll possess the ball. You keep your defense off the field. You keep the opposing team's offenses off the field. But we just not getting it. We not getting it. We go back. We revert back. Because we want it all right now. Not going to work like that. It's not. It's not. Defense, Myles Garrett, 2 sacks, look like he's back. All right. Randall, a sack. Glad to see that. Looking at that 49ers game, I didn't get to talk about it. I was looking the way Matt Breida ran from him last week. That was like he had weights in his pocket. I ain't gonna need it's old. It's old. I'm not gonna go back there. But yeah, if we gotta wake up. We got a bye week. Then we're going into Foxborough. We can shock the world. We can. It's possible. We've done it before. I'm going to talk about how we could beat them. 1994. The Cleveland Browns. 75th anniversary year. My first year playing organized football. Glenville A. Shout out. defensive end. We went to the championship. But yeah, 1994, Cleveland Browns went into Dallas. All right? Defending Super Bowl champions and beat them in Dallas. It's possible. It's possible. I was watching. Bill Belichick was our coach. Nick Saban was our defensive coordinator. And we shocked the world. In Big D. It's possible. But looking at the AFC North, the Ravens, they beat Cincinnati. It was a one-score game, actually. They jump out to 4-2. Like, man, we can catch them. I'm looking at our schedule coming up. We can catch them. Steelers 2-4. They so happy. They so happy. They run, man. I got last week when they beat Cincinnati. I get we beat y'all. We doing it. Y'all beat Cincinnati. Everybody done beat Cincinnati. Like y'all beat the LA phone Chargers last night. They waited to the second half of the fourth quarter to finally show up. The phone Chargers. Yeah. And y'all and now they talking about they going to the Super Bowl. Okay. And then Cincinnati is just having a rough time. And don't see it getting any better as of yet. But yeah, what we want is still there. We can still catch the Ravens. I take a little bit of help. Looking at the backside of our schedule, I think it's favorable for us. We went into Denver and beat the Broncos last year. I think we could do it again. Got the Bills coming after that. It's another one we can get. Then we got the Pittsburgh. We killed all that talk and all that noise. We got a third-string quarterback who I believe is even better than the second string, actually. Hodges. I think he's better than Rudolph. Then we got the Dolphins. Could beat them. Pittsburgh again. We go there. We can slap them around up there. Then we got the Bengals. We finish off with the Bengals. One we should get. No slip-ups. We go out to Arizona. Cardinals. They've been in close games all year, but I think we can get them. Then the Ravens come to us. We just need to handle business. And then we finish out against the Bengals. Like the second half of the schedule is in our favor. All right, but we just have to show up, man. And how many times is it gonna take? How many games is it gonna take for us to learn? All right, this is who we are, and let's do it and stick to the script. Trying to be somebody else. Okay? But I still like us. Still like us. So, all right. Look forward to, the bye week. I want to talk about how we could beat New England. Try to get that out. I want to do some power rankings this week, so we don't have a game. Get that out as well. Some fun things happening around the league. It's starting to get interesting. And a lot of these games and a lot of these division races. And let's see what happens. So, if you like, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe.